What is blended learning? Blended learning is a phrase used by the distance learning community in recognizing the value of synchronous learning activities like face to face interactions with instructors and collaborative work with peers as complements to activities performed asynchronously by individual learners. Howard et al., 2006. Tools for success in online learning. Some tools that you should become familiar with are Google Drive, which is formerly known as Google Docs. It is important to know how to share documents, collaborate within virtual teams that are needed for students and not just for learning online, but for working and functioning within a digital culture. There is an overview of Google Drive available, which shows video tutorials and basic instructions on features of Google Documents, sharing, storing, and collaborating. How to bookmark sites is also a valuable tool. Bookmarking, also known as social bookmarking, is helpful as its actions allow students to save websites and online documents for later reference, reading, annotating, and even sharing. There are several online bookmark platforms: Diigo, Delicious, and Xmarks. Facing and overcoming problems. There are some challenges associated with online learning. Lack of essential online qualities, example teamwork where collaboration on group assignments is important to the group's success. Access to technology poses a barrier to online learning where the student will need the IT infrastructure in place to access the tools necessary for synchronous or asynchronous e-learning methodologies. And computer literacy is also a challenge to overcome, especially for adults. According to the Canadian Council of Learning, almost half of all Canadian adults today face literacy challenges, and many of them have negative attitudes towards computers. The students will need to be familiar with the digital devices being used to facilitate their online learning experience. Now that Sally has watched the video, she has a much better understanding as to how a blended online learning environment functions and the available supports that are within reach. She now feels less anxious. Instead, she is excited to begin down her new educational path. Sally needed to take charge of her own learning and investigate what skills she needed to enter into the program, what technology requirements were necessary, and what assistance was available in order for her to be successful. Sally is already taking steps to bridge the digital divide. As a learner, she needed to be motivated to apply herself to seek out the answers to her own questions, therefore giving her a better understanding of what will be required of her to reach her desired learning outcomes. Without Sally's drive and motivation to be successful, Sally might not have been able to gain the knowledge required for her to obtain her goal of becoming an online student. References. Thank you.